Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome to The Witcher Wild Hunt. Now, this is something we've wanted to do on the channel for a while, and we kind of made the decision. So, Until Dawn was our normal go-to fortnightly game for you guys to make the decisions, and we did it last Saturday. Was it last Saturday? Saturday before? I can't remember now which one. And I kind of just got fed up with it. It wasn't... The choices weren't as good as Detroit Become Human. It just didn't seem to have the same kind of feeling to it, if that makes sense. I can't quite put my finger on what was wrong, but I just kind of thought, well, actually, this isn't right. So we decided to stop Until Dawn. And this is something that I've wanted to play on the channel for quite a long time. So I played this many, many years ago. And I'm saying quite a few years back. And I wanted to come back to it. Now, we were talking previously about doing a platinum run, but because I don't enjoy following guides, I don't want to do that, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to do two things at once. Yeah, the problem with a platinum run is I have to follow a guide for us to achieve the platinum. And it's not something I really want to do. I don't enjoy following guides anyway, to be fair. So I just thought, instead of doing that, let's just do a standard playthrough, and any major decisions that need making, you guys will make them decisions for us. There is in the chat at the time when these decisions come up, they'll make the decision, and it could be anything. I know there's within this, there's lots of times where you can become not necessarily bad or evil, but you can go that way rather than being a nice Witcher. If you haven't seen The Witcher before, it will become apparent, I'm sure. So there will be choices you got to make. It does mean you may get 3 or 4 streams with no choices, and then you may get one stream with several choices. It's just one of those luck of the draw things. Now, we are live this evening for 2 hours, and my thinking was, whereas the previous game when you guys made the decisions was every fortnight, I'm probably going to do this every Saturday evening. 2-hour streams every Saturday, unless obviously there's something that stops that happening. That's the plan. I will catch up with chat in a second. I can't actually see it for a second, so bear with me. And I will catch up with it in 2 seconds. Just trying to fix the YouTube side first of all. Now, this is the Witcher Wild Hunt Game of the Year edition. I've had this for quite a while, to be fair. So we've got the DLCs as well. Although, we're way off doing DLCs, to be honest, aren't we? It's going to take us a while to get through the base game, I'm pretty sure. Thanks for the likes, much appreciated. Gaming, good evening, how are you? Lisa, good evening, how are you doing? It's been a while. You're excited for this, are you, gaming? I'm excited for it too. Like I say, it's been a long time since I've played The Witcher, and it's something I've wanted to do on the channel for a while. And it's never been really right time. It's not going to be a platinum run. I'm just checking sound. But I think even without a platinum run, this could be a pretty good game that we can all enjoy. You guys can make the decisions that will decide whether Geralt of Rivia is a nice Witcher or not so nice Witcher. Yeah, that's the plan. The schedule is out as normal tomorrow. We're back to normal daytime streams because school holidays are over, so Gotham will continue. There's a couple of Mars Runner streams to finish off the New Game Plus as well, and a few other things. But as I say, The Witcher won't be every fortnight. It will be every Saturday unless there's an issue with a Saturday stream. That's basically how I'm thinking. Being able to watch the Netflix and playing the game just adds to it. Well, they've announced tonight, gaming, that the 4th season of The Witcher on Netflix has been commissioned. But Henry Cavill, who plays The Witcher for the first 3 seasons, we've only seen 2, but the 3rd season, he's stopping after the 3rd season, and there's going to be a new actor for season 4. That was announced this evening. Right, shall we just crack on? I can't even remember how this starts, what we need to do right at the start, so let's not waste our 2 hours, let's get into it. I do need to rescale the HUD, that should be fine. I don't load anything up until we're ready to go, as you can see. Okay, it does auto-save, that's all good.
I see you gather
And so it
the
begins.
folk. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years. But a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Now, as I say, it's been quite a few years since I played this. I don't remember anything. Okay, I remember a few things, like you have two swords. Other than that, I'm actually no clue about a lot of it, because I cannot remember a single thing. It doesn't mean it won't come back to me once we get into it, but I don't remember that much. This is the Game of the Year edition. I got this on when it was really cheap. It was like £10 or something for the Game of the Year edition. So it's got the expansions as well, which we'll look at when we eventually get to them. But first, let us check display. I'm going to leave everything on. If we get done for music, then I may have to turn it off. I'm going to try not to. HUD configuration. What I was checking was subtitles. I always have subtitles on, so they are. That's all I wanted to check. Okay. Fresh start. Oh wow, okay, you can actually do the DLCs on their own, but we're not. We're going to do a complete fresh start. As I say, I don't remember too much. Just the story. You're happy to be challenged for story and sword. Blood and broken bones. You're a seasoned demanding gamer, or death march. I don't know. Thanks for the like, much appreciated otherwise. What do we think? Obviously I think death march is not going to happen. And I think just story is too easy. Because it will be just story. Do we want story and sword, or blood and broken bones? I'm not sure. Obviously one's easier than the other, but I don't know what kind of challenge we want, to be fair. I don't know if you can change difficulty during either. So whatever we decide, we're stuck with. There is a PS5 upgrade coming to this at some point. It's been rumoured to be out before the end of this year. We don't know exactly when it's out. You think Story and Sword might be a good option. I'm hoping save games are compatible. It should be. There's been no official word. Then we don't have a date yet either, so it kind of makes sense there's been no official word. Okay, Story and Sword will do. If it's obviously too easy and we can up it, we can up it. But let's begin Story and Sword. Tutorials, we'll leave them on because, like I say, I have no clue. It's been that long. Simulate Witcher 2 save. Okay, so before this is The Witcher 3 essentially. And there has been 2 games previously. I've never played the 2 games previously. So we'll have to simulate The Witcher 2 save. In most lists of best games, this game is always up there. And I know some people do criticise it for being overhyped. But it's one of those that I think you either love or hate, though, to be fair. And they're the Witchers. It's a little bit brutal, by the way, just in case you didn't realise. I think it's just the more because yeah, it was new back then. To be fair, you are right. It was very new back then. I do know quite a lot of people that have never played this as well, which I'm surprised by. Because there are people that I know that would be into these kind of games. Have I finished that? I have finished House of Dragon. What did you think of the ending, Lisa? I'm looking forward to Season 2. I think Season 2 is where it really kicks off. You loved it. It was really good. Yeah, I think Season 2 is going to be where it really kicks off, though. Did anyone watch The Lord of the Rings on Amazon as well? I enjoyed that, to be fair. The last episode was interesting, to say the least. I don't know how long we need to wait, though, for Season 2. Probably a while, annoyingly. While it's still got an intro going on, I better check to see if the music is going to affect us. We've had a couple of claims on recent stuff we've done. Gotham got a claim. Only on one stream, strangely, out of all the ones we've done so far. But no restrictions, which is always good. When it says no restrictions, that's a massive bonus. Nothing coming up so far to say there's any issues. So far, so good. If you've not watched The Rings, you should watch The Rings. You should really watch The Rings. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed the Lord of the Rings one. The only thing I would say, if you don't know a lot of the history behind the rings, you may miss some of what they're talking about at times. But other than that, yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. House of the Dragon exceeded your expectations. It exceeded your expectations. Really? I was expecting it to be as good as it was, to be fair. I was expecting to really pull it out the bag, especially because of how the way the ending of Game of Thrones came about and how disappointed people were with that. I think I was aware that I did think they'd make that same mistake again.
I don't find that amusing.
Good evening, Goki. How are you? That's what you want, isn't it? Someone putting a crustacean in your bath. You watched all Lord of the Rings. See, I really enjoyed it.
To prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you've not played this, Goki, actually, to be fair. Yeah, don't worry, we won't say any spoilers or anything. It's just really good. That's all we're saying.
See you later.
I suppose there is a bit of nudity in this. I didn't actually remember half of it, to be fair. Yeah, I forgot there was nudity. Not massive. He's got a few scars, though, hasn't he? Is this game good? So, I actually don't remember too much about the story. It's been a very long time since I last played it. So, I'm going in fairly blind, to be honest. But from what I remember, yes. It's always rated up there in, like, the best games of all time. It's always high up. But I know there's a lot of people that say it's overhyped. So, it's one of those, I think. So I think that's the majority of the intro done. This is us. We are Geralt of Rivia. Welcome to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This tutorial will introduce the game's core elements. Its message will be saved in glossary, where you also find detailed information about world lore and gameplay mechanics. We will disable tutorial missions after a little while, but for the minute, I kind of want to remember how to do everything. So 1 and 2 I never played. They were out years ago, I think PS3 and possibly PS2. I could be completely off base though, to be fair. They are meant to be remaking one of them with the Unreal Engine as a remaster at some point, but I've never played them. But it does, from what I remember, it does explain some of the backstory really well, so it will make sense quite quickly. Thanks for the like, that was much appreciated. Okay, so this is Kaer Morhen. This is where we live, essentially. Yennefer of Vesterberg was the lady in the room with us while I was having a bath. Obviously we move. I'm looking forward to the PS5 version of this. I think graphically it will surpass quite a lot of games out there. The minimap in the upper right hand corner of the display shows your current location, that's us, and surrounding area. Underneath the minimap you'll find objectives. Perfect. You think you played the first one? Oh really? See, I had no clue, to be fair. Okay, hold L2 for Witcher senses, and we can look at highlighted objects. So if we go here and examine.
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
Yes, the Witcher is Witcher 1 that's been remade, isn't it? Good evening, Patrick. How are you? Thanks for the like, that was much appreciated. Yeah, I knew there was something being remade. I couldn't remember which one it was. We have a key. To unlock locked doors, walk up to them and press X. Perfect. To open unlocked doors, face them and press X. We will get rid of tutorials pretty quickly. I just want to remember how to do everything, to be fair. Sorry, is that fire? So there's a door here I think we can open. There we go. I'm expecting to get in trouble for the music at some point. It's your birthday on Tuesday. Well, happy birthday for Tuesday, Goldkey, just in case we don't see you between now and then. Hope you have a good day.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers.
You can't wait to play new God of War. Currently, we're going to be playing the older two God of Wars pretty soon by the looks of the vote.
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too.
Damn it. Got her taking notes on ghouls and owl-ghouls. Wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the Hogwarts.
You looking forward to it as well, are you, Gaming?
She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Okay, don't get mad at her, we've spoiled her. So we can pick our dialogue, and obviously this will betray our character as we go forward. Bigger decisions later on will make a big thing though. Yeah, no worries, it's all good. I know you won't spoil it, Goku. It's all good. We'll get to it. If God of War wins the vote, which I think it will, we'll start with the remastered God of War 3, we'll do the other one, and then we'll get that one afterwards. So we're way off being able to start it, I think. So it'll be fine. I do pretty well at avoiding spoilers. Don't get mad at her.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
So that is Ciri. If you watch the Netflix series, this will be different to what the Netflix series has portrayed.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike.
He's got skills. For those who lost the sword, maybe not. Good footwork is what I'd say. And then I've just realised he's blindfolded.
Circus pirouette.
It is different, yes it is. Gotham Knights, but same with God. That's that choice, isn't it? This time of year is normally when you have to make them decisions. Which one do you get? Because there's normally more than one game out you want to get.
With a flip?
What do you think?
It could have been worse. They could have had the new Harry Potter game out at the same time. The new Marvel game was due out at the same time, but that got delayed as well.
You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
So in fact, if anything, it's better than it could have been.
Drowners or striggers will go
this time of year for games that people want to play.
Mutations. Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir.
I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying Gotham Knights, to be fair.
Unwise.
There's still more story to come.
Yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know, and you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Apologies not enough.
Sorry's not good enough. You're gonna read Ghouls and Owl-Ghouls in its entirety, appendices included.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, and the story I think's pretty good. My only criticism has been combat, to be fair.
We'll practice with the
others. Next Final Fantasy coming out in December. I'm miles away from being anywhere near doing that one, to be fair. Let's begin the tutorial because I don't remember how to do any of it. You can't wait for that either. But Call of Duty too, so watching the pen that's the other thing, isn't it? If you're into Call of Duty, that's is that launched or launching? I know people had it early to do the campaign. I'm not sure when it officially launches, to be fair. But yeah. Is it Reunion? Is it? I don't know. I'm still doing the remake, as you know, on the channel anyway. I've got loads to play, really, before I catch up any new Final Fantasy games, to be honest. Right, let's begin the tutorial because I've got no indication of how we do stuff. Okay, join through for a run. We can hold X to sprint, X facing down to climb. The camera does move a bit weirdly on its own, I've noticed. I've got to jump over the obstacle, okay. Some games you don't jump over things like this, you climb up, don't you? It's going to take me a little while to get used to the instructions.
Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps.
Falling, be careful. Falling from a great height can lead to injury or even death.
Ciri, cut it out.
She's breathing. This run is not going well, I would say, at this point. Well, Ciri's doing well. So to run, we hold X to sprint. Jump is circle. Fairly simple. It's out now, is it? I don't play Call of Duty. It's too realistic now for my liking. My brain can't deal with it. So press circle while running to leap over obstacles. That's the way to do it. But I think the issue I've got, and I think this is the problem with doing a channel that has different games on the go all at the same time, is all the controls are different for everything we currently play. And that can be very confusing at times. So hold X while running to sprint. She's dropped down, that's not helpful.
Oh no, Vesemir's got that look.
What did you expect?
I think we did okay. Cost $50, is it? Well, is that the God of War? So God of War's out, isn't it? I think, because I've seen loads of people say they've done the campaign. People have already platinumed it. Incredibly. But I've seen people talking about it and saying how realistic it is, and I just can't deal with that kind of stuff.
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
She's a bit of a know-it-all, our Siri.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have
God of War is
asked...
$69.99 in the UK. Yeah.
Uncle Vesemir.
So that's £10 more than most PlayStation 5 games. Won't weasel out of this. Could have said you did the exercise while Vesemir was asleep. That's that one.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it
£60 for you.
Wait till it stands.
Yeah, in the UK, PS4 games are £50 and PS5 games are £60 normally.
You're a quick study.
So the fact it's £70,
Mischievous.
they're making people pay more and more.
Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel.
So then I paid £60 for Gotham Knights.
Stop groaning.
So it's the same thing. Yeah, it's prices are going through the roof, aren't they?
Go right to free training.
Let's start with the fundamentals. I kind of need to remember how to... Combat's a big part of this, and we kind of need to know what we're doing.
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely...
Oh, absolutely. I can't imagine... I wouldn't buy a PS4 version of a game now unless it included a free upgrade. Just because graphically it is so much better on the PS5.
Draw your sword, Geralt.
You're going to get it. Exactly, that's the thing. When you want it, you're going to get it, aren't you? So combat. This is our first taste of combat. Yes, a tutorial, but it's still combat. Witches must be prepared to fight foes of all kinds, be they plate-clad knights, ethereal wraiths, or bone-crushing giants. To match the strengths and exploit the weaknesses of different enemies, Witcher need to use a variety of weapons and combat techniques. The core tools of their trade are their swords, one steel for fighting humans and non-humans. This is important. You can only use a steel sword for fighting humans and non-humans. The other silver for slaying monsters. Witches have also mastered a simple form of combat magic. These signs are not as powerful as the spells wielded by mages, but can be cast very quickly with simple one-handed gestures, making them quite useful in the heat of combat. Is this game free? No, I paid. I think I paid £10 for the Game of the Year edition about a year ago. To be fair, it's been a while. I don't even know how much. I can't view it on PlayStation Store now to see how much it is. To be fair, you probably could pick it up quite cheaply though. Witches are also adept in basic alchemy. They can brew powerful potions, blade oils and bombs, all of which give them a keen advantage when fighting stronger or faster foes. That will become important as we go forward. Let's draw our sword, shall we? To draw our steel sword is left. Press R3 to select or deselect target, so the target attacks to direct towards them. Okay. There's a target.
2, 3.
And that's our fast attack. Strong attack. There we go. So square is light attack, triangle is strong attack. We can dodge to the side. Griffin to attack again.
Come on, at them.
To roll out of the way. To dodge is the circle, roll is X. Nice roll by Geralt there. Right, we need a parry.
See how Geralt holds his sword, its angle.
So we can parry as well.
Supposed to parry. Fighting a stupid dummy.
Pretend now, live later.
Hopefully I remember these when we actually get into combat.
Strike.
Press L2 just before your opponent strikes to perform a counter attack. That's going to be important as well. Kello, good evening, how are you? Yes, we've just started it, to be fair. You beat... Oh, you beat... Ah, I wonder... I read that. When I first looked at that, and I read it, I thought you said you beat a child last night. And I'm like, what? No. You beat him last night, Gentry. Oh, nice. You'll get off nights if you enjoy watching the streams further down line. Yeah, I think... It's one of those, I think. If you could get it a bit cheaper, then I think that would probably be a better deal. I don't know how long the story is. I've got a feeling it's going to be similar to Miles Morales, where I waited a very long time to play Miles, for the reason that I didn't want to pay full price for an 8-hour game. Gotham Knights may be similar, and that worries me that I've overpaid, but we won't know till later on.
Let's start with Gwen.
Nothing wrong with being behind, Gilkey, as long as you're enjoying it, that's the main thing. Right, our quick access, we can use the Quen sign. We've got to use that, there we go. To cast a spell.
Gwen is sometimes called the Witcher's Shield. Now watch
Wait for him to
carefully
attack.
to see why.
That'd be white. Takes against damage and certain critical effects. And it worked.
Cast Igni, Geralt. I want to see sparks fly.
I keep doing that wrong. Igni, I think this is fire if I remember correctly.
See?
Yeah.
If not for the Quen sign, I'd be aflame by now.
Okay.
Alright, Geralt. Come on.
Hard sign. I don't know what the hard sign does, to be fair.
See that, Ciri?
That's the hard sign.
Will knock anyone or anything off balance. Destroy their rhythm.
Okay, they do consume stamina. The hard sign stuns opponents, but in some cases knocks them to the floor. Yes, so this is Game of the Year, so I've got it. I got DLCs as well. Did 38.99? Wow. Yeah, I've got this Game of the Year, so we've got all DLCs. Mad at me for being behind. Okay. As long as you enjoy it, Gilkey, do it at your pace. No one else's. You're the one that's playing it. That's the main thing. We're doing the next sign, the Axie.
Axie can really muddle your mind.
That disorientates, but we'll probably pick a spell we'll use more often than the others, from what I vaguely remember. What's this one do? I can't remember what this one does, to be fair. Not close enough.
It is Ciri.
Cast a Yrden sign to lay a magic trap.
Throw a bomb. Don't worry, Ciri. Quen
Okay,
will
we've got
deafen
bombs
the
as well. There's our bomb. That's our kind of combat tutorial, I think. Hold. Okay, we can aim bombs. And aim at the highlighted training. Okay. That's it. Combat tutorial is over. We can sheath our sword.
Enough. Continue training at will.
Hang on, I've just sheathed my sword. The DLC has a lot more to the game. Yeah, like I said, I can't remember anything really about it. That's the thing. I'm amazed I don't remember more, to be fair. But it's also a good thing as well, because we're doing it anyway. You have way more stuff than they do, because I like to run around. See, I found that very quickly, is I had a lot more stuff than a lot of people. Because I was looking around very early on. Thanks for the like, much appreciated, whoever that was. Siri's not answering.
Ciri?
Oh, it's definitely a whole journey. Well, the plan is every Saturday evening, 2 hours every Saturday evening, and we'll just take our time and enjoy it. the best we can.
What the?
That's a head. That's blood. Something's happening. I've never played Naya, to be fair. I know the Naya 2 is free for PlayStation Plus, essential and upwards as of this month. But I might need to do the first one first. There's so many games I need to do at some point. It's just time. And you got to think we've got what, 3 different episodic games on the go, several live stream games on the go, and yet I can't. There's so many more I want to play. And I'm lucky. I have time to a degree. I don't have a lot of time because I'm always doing something for YouTube, but I have time, and yet I don't have time to play everything I want to. The eyes sound like AE. Is it Neo? Neo. Oh, okay. I'm definitely saying it wrong. That's to be expected, I suppose, from me.
It'll take forever to explain.
Dawn some way off. We've got time.
I dreamt of Kaer Morhen.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub.
So was it all a
next to
dream? Or was it real?
Triss?
Yennefer.
Or was it better main?
Funny,
Oh,
isn't
really?
it?
Oh, wow.
She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you
Wild
about
Hunt is also
something?
good.
True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
Then we trained with Ciri.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri.
I probably should have done the one below that
Trained.
thing. I may have continued that bit of conversation.
Those were the days. Little she-devil.
So Ciri's not here at the
Trained
minute.
kids who were faster, stronger.
It was just a dream.
None had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream.
No. The Wild Hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
Ciri in my dreams might mean she's in danger.
That's the problem. It was more.
So I think we need to pick
Past when
the
Ciri appeared
the
in my
options that
dreams,
aren't
something was
red
wrong.
if
She
you want to
was in
continue that
danger.
conversation to learn more.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Time to go.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Now there is one thing with this. We do not get to name the horse because our horse already
Wait.
has a name.
Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. Oh, how about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
So that's private or stuffed unicorn. We used it as a bed once. That's private.
That's private. Very private.
Aha, I understand. At least I think
Thanks for the
I
like, that was
do.
much appreciated.
Maybe not entirely, but perhaps that's for the best.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait.
I can
that?
hear something. Ghouls, we're fighting.
Ghouls.
Okay. Life on the continent and in the Skellige Isles is nasty, brutish and short. War lays waste to the land and those it spares live in the fear of the countless monsters lurking outside every town and village. Okay, before I say the next bit, my pronunciation at the best of times isn't brilliant, I must admit. I know this. But I do, at least I try to pronounce things the best way I can. Now, some of you may already know this, some of you may have noticed. There is a word that I struggle to say correctly. And I'm going to need to say it quite a few times in this. So, let's see if you can spot the word, shall we? Monsters are shown with a silver health bar above their heads, indicating that you should fight them with your silver sword. The silver sword is the one we need for any of the monsters, and these are the ghouls. It's all good, all about the entertainment. I'll give you that, yeah. Right. One down. Oh, took a hit there. I thought I'd knocked one down, but obviously not. Oh, there's lots of them. Actually, let's go Ignite. That will do it. So I'm taking a few hits, we're going to be wary of that. Ignite works well though. I don't think I've got anything left, to be fair. That one down. Is it healing? Striking opponents generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire allow you to perform special attacks that require and consume adrenaline points. Your adrenaline points slowly decline when you are not engaged in combat. Okay, good to know. Monsters, yeah. I can't say it. My other half takes the mickey out of me no end because of it. That's a great in this because there's loads of times, so you kind of need to know what ones you're fighting and what the best moves are, don't you? Yeah, that is the word I have the hard time with Godkey, yes it is. My other half takes the mickey all the time. But I've realised I'm going to have to say it quite a bit in this. So, as long as you're aware, I am trying to say it.
Armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
You can regenerate vitality by eating or drinking, or by meditating for at least 1 hour. While playing on the blood and broken bones and death mark, if meditation does not... Okay, so we're not playing on them harder levels, so it's fine. Food and drink can be placed in your consumables for quick use during combat. Up and down to consume. You have some food equipped in the upper consumable slot. Press up now to eat it and regenerate a portion of vitality. We have some bread. So we've eaten some of our bread. We can also loot the ghouls. Monster's brain and ghoul's blood. Monster claw and ghoul's blood. We're going to need these for crafting and things as well. I'm pretty sure. Monster liver, ghoul's blood. They've got loads of things inside them. Venom extract, ghoul's blood. I know we can ride the horse. That's not the button I wanted to do. I wanted that one. It's going to take me a time to remember these buttons, I'm pretty sure. But I set myself on fire. I have, haven't I? Right. Put the sword away. There is a plant here. Low ball. We are meant to be following Vesemir, to be fair. Is that all, everything picked up? I don't want to miss any loot from the ghouls. I think we've done them all. Okay, let's mount our horse. Our horse's name is Roach. Thanks for the much appreciated. Take your time, absolutely. No, we're not planning in this. The plan is just a nice, gentle playthrough. Big decisions you guys, whoever's in chat, when we have the big decisions you guys will make. But other than that, yeah, we're not going for platinum because I don't want to follow a guide, and obviously following a guide is a pain, and I don't do that. So nice, just let's just see where it takes us, basically. But no, we're not going for the platinum. Good evening, Iman. How are you? You still need to finish it, do you? Nice. We just spend most of the time on the road in search of the next contract. We must trek across wide valleys, climb over high mountain peaks, and trudge through thick bogs. Luckily, Geralt can always count on his horse, Roach, to help in his travels. Have Roach come to you, double press L3. So Roach is our horse. Yeah, I know the plan takes at least 2 playthroughs, but also a guide for the missable cards. I've just spotted something on the floor.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
I just spotted this here, so
because by eating
Crystal
corpses,
Skull.
they prevent epidemics.
This was from a
Did he
dream.
know they eat the living as well?
No,
Red Skull.
really upset him
Black
too.
Crystal.
His theory collapsed.
Why do I think this is Yen's?
Yeah, we saw that
Go.
skull in our dream. Yeah, we've just picked it up. Okay, we can hold X to canter. If I remember rightly, our weapons also get damaged over time and we need to keep on top of that, if I remember correctly. I could be slightly off in that, but that's what I kind of remember. Double press to move at a gallop.
Come on, Roach.
War's not exactly going our way.
Vesemir's not going particularly fast.
The Northern Realms.
Yeah, it takes for these 2 playthroughs. Yeah, it's just...
Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovit's pledge to
This game was like a game... I think you would, Godkey, to be fair.
Wins the war.
Believe that?
Ransacked Village.
Gotta believe something. That's what keeps us going.
Roach's funny name for us, it is, isn't it? I know exactly what you're implying. It is a very, very interesting name for a horse. Right. You can see on the mini-map to the top right there are some red circles there, enemies. Obviously at the minute we've got to be following Vesemir. We'll stay away from whatever they are. Green leaves, I believe, are plants we can pick up. But we'll follow up Vesemir for the time being. Why have you stopped, Vesemir? How are we following you? Thanks for the like, much appreciated. Sometime later.
We going?
Someone's having a bit of trouble by the looks of things.
Help me! Help!
What is that thing? Well, when we get a chance as well, we'll look at our, is it a compendium or there's something similar? Tells all about the different creatures we've met so far. Quite an interesting look, to be fair. Is that Griffin? Is that what it's called? I can't remember now. Vesemir's been hit. Off goes the donkey. Janesha, good evening, how are you?
Has it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
I'm sure at some point we'll have to face one of those ourselves.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy
Was a
with their
griffin?
prey.
A good guess.
Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Oh. You'd like a reward, I suppose.
We could use a few... Right, so we can be 2 different types of Witcher. Witchers generally work for money. All they're interested in is money. That's why they do contracts to defeat monsters and other things. Geralt's slightly different to that mindset. He does do things for other reasons as well. Now this guy we've obviously just scared off the Griffin. We didn't kill it, we scared it off. It did take the guy's donkey. We could say to him, you don't owe us anything, or we could ask him to pay us for helping him. So, whoever's in chat, I'll give it like 30 seconds or so, or a minute. If you guys want to decide, do we say you don't owe us anything and be that kind of Witcher? Or do we say, no, you owe us a few crowns, some money for us helping you? What do you guys think? I'm not sure how much this affects their character going forward, but this could be the early side of, you know, creating our character, that you guys are going to make the big decisions. 1 for you don't owe us a thing. Interesting. Leave him alone, be nice. Fair play. Yeah, all the things you talk about, the way you act does change things, and I think it changes how people see you as well. You're agreeing with Keller as well. I think that's near enough unanimous. So we'll go, you don't owe us a thing.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw. Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the
That was
main
me.
road
I
and
probably would have
ends
said the
there.
same, to be fair.
You seek someone?
Yeah, a woman, and why do you care? Yeah, a woman.
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair.
You save him because he's a
Someone like
person,
that.
not for... What exactly, Godkey? Exactly.
There's an inn here in White Orchard.
But all
Someone
witches
around
think like
gets
that.
its
That's
share
the
of
thing.
travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there.
Okay, there's an inn
Besides,
nearby.
The innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. she'll treat you like family.
Not a fan of the guy's haircut.
Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
No offense if anyone's got a haircut like
Barely
him, but
grazed me.
not keen.
But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
We're off to the inn. Okay. New entry has been added to your bestiary. Okay, so I was saying it was called a compendium. I don't know where I got that from. So bestiary is where it tells us about all the different creatures we have seen. Griffins being one of the first ones we've seen. Entries in the bestiary provide additional information about monsters, including tips and strategies on how best to fight them. So, this Griffin, half eagle, half tomcat. And he does tell us what it's vulnerable against. Grape shot bombs, hybrid oil, and also the Ard sign. They're the things you should use to make it a bit easier to defeat. We got anything on that? Oh, ghouls. So ghouls, they are also vulnerable to necrophage oil. So all these things will help us when we have to go on contracts and come up against monsters. It's always good to check the bestiary just so we can see if we have something that could help us defeat these things a little bit easier. Okay, I don't think there's anything. I was going to say there's anything to pick up, but I don't think there is. Let's head to this inn then.
That's it, Roach.
When on a road, hold X without steering to when I follow its path. Won't lose stamina.
Slower.
Okay. I'm not steering. There you go.
Take it easy.
Hey, stop doing it. I was going to do it so auto did it, but it won't.
A griffin this close to the village. Strange.
My thoughts exactly.
You never beat the first one,
Forest to the mountain, sure. But
so you're going to play it. Sounds like a plan. I know the second one is out on PlayStation Plus
Corpses
next
everywhere,
week.
the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
men too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard, and we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
So Vesemir is a bit worried about us being in White Orchard. He's worried that we shouldn't stay very long, just in case. You're nearing a village, don't disturb the peace. Now this is quite important as well. I am going to go play Elden Ring at some point. At the minute, my issue, Keller, is I can't buy games currently. I have to be very careful at the minute. So that will change very quickly, I'm sure, in the next few months. But yes, the plan is to do Elden Ring at some point. I just haven't managed to fit it in yet. I would have been on the vote for next game if I could go and buy it today, but because I can't, I didn't put it on there. But yeah, it will be in the vote very soon, and we will do Elden Ring. Can't wait to play the second one. It looks so cool. I've not really seen too much about any of them, to be honest. So you know, in a village, don't disturb the peace. Remember, town guards and hired watchmen won't tolerate theft, and also won't look kindly on you as costing others. Local residents often erect notice boards near settlements, such as villages and cities. These are marked on your map. Examine to learn about contracts, work for witches, and local happenings. So we do want to check out notice boards. I look for things, so we can learn more, and also pick up any work as well. Okay, this is the inn we've been looking for. Merchant told us about, and we can also dismount.
Whoa!
Use your enemy moves like that. Oh really? Oh wow. Okay. I'm looking. It's something I want to look at, especially when I saw it's coming out on the PlayStation Plus number 2. I did look at it and go, actually, that looks okay. Your boss's moves as well. Nice. Why are you surprised we're playing this, Cass? Good evening, how are you, by the way? It's been on our list to play for ages.
What? Take that down.
I don't know many like that, to be fair. That's why I kind of saw bits of it, well, that looks interesting.
The Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
We're right at the start, Cass, so you know I won't give thoughts on anything too early in.
It's Nilfgaard now. My arse it is.
Yeah, it's just too early to give any thoughts on anything at the minute. I am curious to see what the PS5 upgrades, which we'll get for free as well, to be fair, but only in the PS4 version, how graphically, how much that's going to change things.
Witches.
As you can see, witches look very different to everyday normal folk.
I'll not drink with Weaverlaw's freaks.
For 2015, it does look good still, doesn't it? I think it's held up pretty well compared to some games from that time.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here.
Yeah, that's
Armies
absolutely
just
fine,
passed
Cass.
through. Now a Griffin's prowling about.
It's an evening stream. It's evening for my time anyway, so.
Bram? How is he?
Alive. Sends his regards.
Master Witches. Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
Okay, options marked. The bag will open the shop panel. Good to know. Let's ask a couple of things so we get some more information as well. Basically has some nudity and things like that in it. Gorky, that's what he means. There's a contract on the Griffin.
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the
Do you think, Cass?
Now the aldermen don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And seems they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Okay, so there's no contract on the Griffin.
Done something, but not for free.
Speaks to his character. Exactly. It's a pretty busy place.
Pretty busy place you got.
Indeed, 10 out of 10.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies.
Cass is an OG.
They all need food, drink, and a night's rest and warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
Okay, let's see what they've got in the shop.
Show me what you got behind the counter.
I don't know how much money we've actually got. Buy and sell items using the shop panel. Press X to make a purchase. Yeah, okay. She is selling some roasted chicken legs. We could probably do with some, to be fair. We have to be aware as well, we can only hold a certain amount of stuff. There is a weight limit, and if you get overburdened, that becomes an issue. If you be the judge and look at this, and we'll let you see why Ubisoft found it. Choice always inconsistent. I get what you're saying, Cass, but I also know you hate for Odyssey overrules quite a lot of stuff. I think they're different in the way they've been written as a character, though. You think Geralt's better than Kratos? I don't know enough about Kratos, to be fair. You didn't enjoy Valhalla, did you not, Goki? So I enjoyed it, to be fair. So this is all the stuff we've got on us. That's the shopkeeper, sorry. That's what the shopkeeper's got. We've got the chicken leg. Crafting, quest items, food and drink, potions, armor, and now torch. So if we wanted to buy stuff, we could. We have 250 coins. There are Gwent cards here, which you can buy. Obviously, we're not going for the platinum, so we don't have to buy every Gwent card we see. Whereas if you're going for a platinum, you would. Elden Ring. We'll be playing it at some point. It's just I don't know when. Kratos. Do I keep saying it wrong? Main villain of the game is not that good, but it's all right. Okay. So yeah, I kind of want to buy the cards because I know you should get them when you see them, but then at the same time, I think we can always come back here. To be honest, we have got some chicken legs as food, and that's it. Do we want anything else? I think we had some bread, didn't we? I think we're fine for the minute. At least we know what it kind of looks like, the kind of things we can buy. There's a couple of alchemy ingredients as well. But we'll hold off for the minute, because obviously we don't know what we need going forward. We're looking for a woman.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black
DLC's
and
are
white.
better villains.
Riding in from Willoughby.
Elden Ring's so hard. I know. And the people... Cass wants to see me rage. That's why he wants me to do it. It's like Kratos. Oh, really? I've never thought it was pronounced like that.
Believe I'd remember.
Elden Ring isn't hard at all. The journey naturally
Especially
helps you
hard
get
to
smarter
forget
and
this one.
stronger.
Plenty of travellers about, though.
10 a.m.
Folks
Nice.
from all over.
Luna, how are you
Might be worth
this
your
morning
while
or
to
this
ask
evening?
after her.
You think it's hard? From what I know, it's hard, but I'm happy to give it. I'm happy to do it. It's just going to be time. Compared to Shakira, Elden Ring feels easier. Really? Dialogue options marked. The X will end the conversation. We've asked if we can, so we can leave the conversation now.
Thanks for everything.
Everyone who said it's hard has quit the game too early. You took a long break. I think it depends if you're used to that style of games as well. If you've done some of their other games and are used to how they work, then I think you're going to find it easier than someone like myself who has never played any of their games. I might struggle to get used to it to start with.
Just remember.
Once you're over that barrier, though, it's generally not too bad. I think the big thing about that kind of game is to learn from your mistakes. If you die, learn why you died and get better at it. Really helps a weak person. Strongest in the entire world. It's also your first Souls game. Oh, cool. You can hope that's satisfying. When you only played Elden Ring, it was easy. Yeah, like I say, we will get to it. It's just a time thing. Let's talk to the peasant. Do they know about Yennefer?
I'm looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
Out of my face, freak. For your
yeah, we will get to it. It will be definitely my first type of Souls game. Questions, options marked will make use of the Axis sign. This sign influences people's minds, causing them to act according to your will. To charm or stubborn individuals who would otherwise resist during the conversation, invest in delusion ability in the character panel. So we can actually make him tell us by using a sign. Let's see if we can just get him to tell us naturally first.
Just want to talk.
You deaf, Stray. No one here will talk to you.
If it's company you seek, stick that
You love how he gives no tutorial.
trough with the pigs.
Yeah, it's definitely very different to other things I've done.
Shit eater, Micah.
Patience is running thin.
Running low on patience.
No map mouth, no
Once it's
directions.
gone, your heads will roll.
We was jesting. No call for anger.
They nerfed the blood
See a
build today.
raven-haired woman
I don't know
here,
what it is, to be fair.
Dressed in black and white.
We know nothing, sir. Leave us be.
Well, we didn't have to use the sign on them. They told us what we needed to know themselves. There is a chest over here, but I'm pretty sure if we try and open it, that'll be stealing, I think. Stash. Oh, no, it's not. It's a stash. It's fine. You can store weapons, armor, and junk in your stash for safekeeping, confident they will not be stolen or otherwise disappear. We can access your stash in a number of places throughout the world. Items stored in your stash in one location will be available in all other locations as well. Okay, good to know. Stash is a safe place to keep things.
Clubs and spades, except each suit has its own.
Speak to these peasants.
What a waste of time.
Going back also rewards you. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get to it at some point. Like I said, we've just got to hold off for the minute. Best teacher in the game is the first main boss. Muggy, he teaches you that you haven't done much in the journey, so generally go back and train more. Fair enough. Like I say, we will get to it.
Geralt of Rivia.
We've got a lot of things on the go at the minute.
I'm looking for
Elden Beast is the hardest boss in Elden Ring.
Dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not. Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
I don't think he will win it. And to be fair, there's already been awards done, and he didn't win. Horsewoman of the Year, what do you mean?
Horsewoman of War.
I know I'm reading it, it does tell you actually what it says.
An omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
Okay, why are you here? I don't know why I'm still saying it.
Expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
Go back to your books while you still can. Write about the war, what it's really like.
Interesting. We need somebody to describe war, what it's really like. Not colorful banners.
Yeah, I was going to message you actually, Dennis. Good evening, hope you're well.
Rape, violence, and thoughtless cruelty.
One of your videos is done in portrait mode, not landscape.
Rape and cruelty,
which is fine if you watch on your phone upright, but if you try and turn your phone to landscape, you can barely see anything. Didn't know if you was aware.
Tell that to the people whose houses burned down.
From what I've heard, Cyberpunk has got better. with the fixes and stuff, a lot of people are actually saying it's a pretty good place now. It's Elden Ring or Ragnarok, but Elden Ring deserves it more. There's quite a lot of votes going for Horizon Forbidden West as well for Game of the Year. It did help it picked up some early awards anyway. Ragnarok might swing it, but it may be out just too late to get Game of the Year, that's the thing. War make it to Novigrad yet?
War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other, drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Why would you be mad?
Was choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
Okay, that's everything we can ask him. We've learned a few things.
Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
Okay, this will be our first ever game of Gwent. We'll have a look at it and see what happens. I remember bits and pieces. You can actually play this on your phone. I think there was a phone app game for Gwent as well. So let's have a quick look at Gwent, as it's the first time we're seeing it.
Here's how it's done.
God of War must blow up to win Game of the Year. Genshin is the best free game. Genshin is one of the best free games going, I think. God of War, though, it has to come out and do extremely well very quickly. We'll do a Gwent tutorial as well. For it to even be a contender, I think, for this year. It may just be too late, to be honest. Gwent is an ancient dwarven card game that simulates the clash of two armies in battle. The players are generals and the cards are their forces. We've seen similar types of games as before. We've had it recently in Valhalla. To begin, you draw 10 cards as per your hand for the rest of the match. You will not draw any more cards if you use these wisely. Okay. This is a unit card. Number in the upper left is indicate strength. This, when placed above this value, adds to your total. Fairly simple. This icon indicates the row, close combat, ranged, and siege. And some special abilities. This siege expert special ability is called Morale Boost, which grants +1 strength to all units in the same row. Weather cards are all special cards that weather affects things on the battlefield. You have 2 cards to discard and withdraw. Okay. Let's see if we can win our first game, shall we? Honestly, Horizon was a big letdown for me and the story was weaker. I enjoyed the story. I thought the ending was pretty good as well. I'm surprised we've not heard anything about DLC, to be fair. But yeah, I was very, very happy with Forbidden West, and it followed Zero Dawn brilliantly. But everyone has their own opinion of these things, don't they? It may win next year. Yeah, I think it may be a contender for more for next year because of how late it's come out. You're recording on that day. On that day, I don't work. You're doing the Halloween special. Okay. Battlefield, during each turn you may place a card. You have a leader as well, which can have a special ability. Okay, it's our turn to place first, so let's go someone who's going to do a bit of something good for us. He can only go on that middle row, there we go. Number on the left by your icon shows the current total strength, the number on the right shows the total strength for that row. So update when a card is played. At the end of each round, the player with the highest total strength wins. During your turn, you can pass by holding triangle. Once you pass, you cannot play. You should pass when you're confident you can win. The units you already have to play, or let your opponent win and save your cards the next round. Round ends once both players have passed. The players then compare the total strength of the units to determine the winner. All cards in the battlefield are discarded and both players' total strength is reset to 0. Okay. We'll see if we can win this and go from there. He's currently beating us 5-4. Remember, we lose all these cards come the end of this. I think weather affects. Yeah. So if we play this weather card, he loses that siege ability to us. So if we play another middle row, if he plays another siege, we'll change the weather, I think. No, he's gone middle row as well. My concern was he'd play other rows if we played it, but let's play torrential rain. Still thinking what horror game? Yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Gotta play. Yeah, that's why we're not doing the platinum. And also, like I say, we don't want to follow a guide. Let's play a close combat guy. It's 9-all. Will he pass on us, do we think? Once someone passed, that's the round over, to be fair. I'm going to go another close combat. I'm not playing any of my siege cards because obviously they're the ones that are currently going to be affected by the rain. Maybe Poppy's... I've seen a few people do that. One playthrough with a guide. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to follow a guide. So that's the reason we're not. Okay, we're ahead by 5. Is he going to stop there? No, he's cleared the sunshine up. Sunshine is out. It's our turn. What does that do? That's all close combat. I don't want to lose them kind of points, I don't think. We'll play our siege weapon now. I want him to stop. Otherwise we're all playing all their cards. He's not going to stop, is he? We are ahead though. He will have the same amount of cards as we did at the start. Okay. We are winning. I'm going to play that one as well. I'm playing every card in the deck. See what happens. We can't go after this turn. Okay, 33. He's got 1 card in his hand. We're ahead by 6. So we'll pass. We're ahead by 6. Nightmare creatures. Dungeon quiz. Who is the Thunder God? I'm gonna struggle with them kind of questions. We won the round. The player who loses the round also loses a life gem. So we've got to beat him in the next round as well. And then that Gwent match is over. We're doing this once so we can see it. There are times in the game I think that we have to play Gwent. Where's all my cards gone? I've got no cards. What's my leader card do? Let's play my weather card. I've just sort of got in my hand. What's he got? Same thing. And he's passed. We've won. We made him use all his cards. Although I can't beat him. He won the tie because of his ability. If I messed up here and can't actually draw a card, he's passed as well. He's gonna win the tie though, isn't he? May have messed this up because we didn't save any cards. We went hell for level on that first round. Let's use the leader card just because we can. There we go. Yeah, we lost because he's got a leader card that allows him to win the tiebreak. There's no shame in passing your opponent win a round. Okay. We can add our own cards to our deck as well. We played too many cards in that first round, so we had nothing left over afterwards, which was obviously an issue. We learned our lesson very quickly about Gwent. He used to be really good at Gwent, to be fair.
If you ever find yourself in Oxenfurt and wish to play a true master, ask for Stepan. A simple
Electronet Fund
trade,
Venti.
but a true maestro when it comes to Gwent.
I'll remember that. Thanks.
Find Sister Saver, bring her home. Yeah, I kind of went 2 hell for leather very early on with all my cards, so obviously that's a bad thing. Right, let's speak to this guy. See if he knows where Yennefer is.
Looking for a woman.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone.
There's a lot of work to do on
Not
this thing,
just
to be
any
fair.
woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
I'll have a drink, not in the mood. Let's get to the point.
Finding her, that'll lift my spirits.
You look haggard. It's just a few drops to improve your mood. A little schnapsies never hurt a soul.
Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
That'd be Amber, wouldn't it, Goldkey?
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. A
Once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
How do you know Yen? Who might you be? How do you know Yen?
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
It's a Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
Who might you be?
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gone to Rodim, at your service.
Vagrant? That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
Recognize me from Master Dandelion's ballads too?
To your health.
The Dandelion is someone who sings songs about the Witcher. Where's Yennefer?
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
No, it's an extension of Samira, isn't it? None of your business.
None of your business?
Yes. As a vagrant, I deserve no explanation.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
An Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
No, Samira is still carrying on.
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble, and you'll be nearby to help.
Okay. So we got some information. We need to go and ask the Nilfgaardians, or Nilfgaardians I think it is, about Yennefer. Although, there's a few people waiting for us outside by the looks of things.
Drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Then fuck off.
How can I not read my own chat,
Don't
Dennis?
want your kind here.
Okay, the peasants don't like us being here. 3 against 1. You're brave. I won't stay long or back off. Shall we? We haven't tried using the sign to convince people, so let's try that.
Haven't done anything to you, so just calm down.
25 experience points.
Of course no. He done nothing.
Horses work in witchcraft. Get him!
I think we're fighting.
Shut up.
Only fist this time though. We haven't got... Oh. I was trying to block, but I don't think we can. Right. Well, he's down. We convinced one not to fight, and we had to only fight 2 in the end. I was trying to... Yeah, I was trying to do something else, and I couldn't quite get it to work. Your game state will be automatically saved when you reach certain milestones in the story. Still, you should save your progress early and often on your own. The world is full of predators, bloodthirsty beasts, bandits, and countless other dangers. So, yeah, my big thing about liking saving often, this is one of the reasons I want to do it so often, I think. I can't not read anything that's in the chat though, Dennis. That's the thing. So if you put spoilers in the chat, I'm going to read it. So when it says that, let's actually save our game, since we haven't done since the start. I'll try and save often. Game save. Perfect. So we need to go and speak to the Nilfgaardians. There are some... There's a vendor over there that we can buy things from. Pretty sure there's things we can pick up here. These are all in crafting materials, globalls. Where do we need to head? I think we might take the horse, I think. I don't know how far the garrison is. Let's take Roach. Roach is not here. Call her horse. Where is Roach? That's not Roach, is it? No. Oh, Roach is the other side, that's why.
Whoa!
Okay. Where to wherever the garrison is, that's what we've got about where Yennefer is.
It's Durban now.
Let's see if we can find her. Let's spam so we can move this conversation on. Yeah, okay, I can't see anything now, you're okay. Right, through the water. We've got to find where the Nilfgaardians are and see if they know where Yennefer is.
Slow now.
Now, the only downside to this is you see things like this. Honeysuckle. I kind of want to keep grabbing them because we know we're going to need to craft at some point. But I'd be stopping constantly if I'm not careful. Okay. Yeah, all good. I can't see anything. Thank you. Okay, there is a signpost here. Let's have a quick look at it. I think we're heading left, to be fair, here. So this is a fast travel point. We're not going to use the fast travel currently, but this is a place where we can fast travel. So anywhere that's got one of these green signs is where we can fast travel to. So we can head back here if we wanted to. Obviously at the minute we're not going to. How do we zoom out? There you go. So we've got to try and head to here basically from where we are now for the main story, which isn't too far. There is also a notice board there where we can find contracts.
Faster.
But we'll head to the main story bit first. Yeah, all good.
Medallion's humming. Place of power. It's gotta be.
There's a place of power. I don't know what a place of power is, to be fair. Let's have a look. This is the first one we've seen. The number on the left of an enemy's health bar shows its level. If it is red or marked with a skull, it means the enemy is much stronger than you. In such case, it's better to return back. I myself suitably and gain a few levels before engaging this enemy in combat. So we need to get away from this wraith, basically. Because we are massively under level to be facing that wraith. So we have done a runner. There we go. Yeah, it would have been no use to us to try and defeat something like that this early on. Faster. So running is the better part of Valor. Always better to fight another day. Well, at some point we'll go back and take that wraith down on some point. Okay. I believe that's where we're heading to over there. By the looks of things.
Go, go.
So we're just heading to this barracks. Got wolves here as well. And if Roach gets too scared, that becomes an issue. Let's get off. Let's fight these wolves. One down. They do block us quite well, these things. Okay. Let's put Igni on. Okay. We are going to need to heal. Come on. It's the way to take one down. There's still here, two here though. Got to get used to dodging and things. Whoa! I didn't realise that was going to blow up. I think we beat them all. That was definitely a lesson in how not to fight. Wolf's liver, raw meat.
Winds howling.
Does anyone here play Final Fantasy 15? Right, I'm picking up a few things from the wolves there at least. We've got a chest as well. Ruby dust, diamond dust. Dog tallow. Is that everything we can pick up? Wow. Lesser glyphs of art, oil, dark oil. There's a few things here. I'm kind of glad we stopped. Them chests have given us a few things we could take. I still need to eat my chicken leg so we can heal a little bit. Okay, we are still nearly there to be fair. The thing I've not looked at, this is our inventory. So we haven't got a ranged weapon as of yet. There are the other items I own, plus inventory tabs. Our information. Okay. Quest items, food. Yeah. Weapons and armor. Okay. There's a lot of things to talk about, it seems. Okay. Navigate. Usables. Okay. It wants us to select a potion. There we go. We need to equip a potion. It's there. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to see. I wanted to see if we had any other armor, to be fair. We haven't. But these are our current swords. 92% is our steel sword. And our silver sword is 96%. We haven't got a ranged weapon yet. Plus our armor also gets damaged. That's something we've got to be aware of. Armor also gets damaged. So we may need to fix that. And obviously we've got the saddle and things. With saddle bags will be useful once we get them. Yeah, that was playing Final Fantasy 15 then. Okay, that's the other thing I wanted to look at, and this is what we've not looked at yet. World map, quests, character. Okay, so this is skills. We haven't leveled up at all yet, so we can't unlock any yet. But these are skills that we unlock over time. Usual combat, signs, alchemy, general skills, and mutagens. I don't know too much about mutagens, to be fair. Sure, we'll learn that as we go.
Go.
Okay, can we go and find the Nilfgaardians and see if they've seen Yennefer? I'm assuming they're going to let us in and not attack us or anything. Soldiers training. They should really dismount. I don't think we can ride a horse all the way in, to be fair. Speak to the Nilfgaardian soldier. No, we're not enlisting. There's a signpost there now, so we can fast travel if we wanted to. Okay. Scan the ingredients. This is there anyway. Will they let us in?
Military camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I look like a local to you?
You look.
We're not really a local, are we?
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
A witcher? Captain Peter Sugwin Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
See? You can be nice.
Huh. You black ones aren't so scary after all. Can even be nice if you want to.
So there is a war going on. The witchers are not picking a side.
Tower. Go.
That's meant to be the whole point, is the witchers do not pick a side in any political fights. Okay, it's worth picking up anything we come across. I've got to be aware, obviously, of how much we can carry, but crafting materials is something we're going to use and want. Now there is a blacksmith here. Use special grinds and temporarily enhance your weapons. Grants a bonus to damage dealt by your weapons. They can also craft a variety of weapons for you. Armors make armor, blacksmiths make weapons. Once you've got diagrams, you can use those to craft better weapons. I think the grindstone here I've enhanced, so that enhances our sword, that grindstone. It's always good to use before you go out on a quest, especially a contract to kill something.
How much grain will you?
I hurt your feelings there. Oh, sorry.
Whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant.
To be fair, Dennis, I'm just saying, Luna was here before you were.
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier, and
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned only the Elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
Can't argue with logic. Plan to requisition something from him too. Yeah, we'll go for the bottom one.
Plan to requisition something from him too?
If it is necessary, yes, of course.
Yeah, I've not played
We
many
are
of them
at
in years.
war, in case you have not
until we've
noticed.
signed number 7.
Who are you? Speak.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgern. This explains why I did not hear your footsteps. What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a Griffin in the area. Slay it.
Oh wow.
I shall see what
So he wants us to slay the Griffin that we've already met, and then he will tell us the information he knows about Yennefer.
Why do you care about this Griffin?
Because I care about people. The beast has killed 10 already, including a few of my men. To hunt it, I would need to mobilize the entire garrison, comb the woods, organize a batu. Simply impossible.
Too big a hassle?
No, too high a risk. I cannot disperse my forces. Temeria's army we have crushed, but its common folk remain, ready to answer a call to arms. So, as to this Griffin, I can sit on my hands, or hire a professional.
I think it's a deal.
It's a deal. Some questions before I start. Know where the Griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate. Since then, the Griffin has grown bold.
I'm not sure we're ready to
Attacks
take on the
villages,
Griffin, but
fields,
I don't think
on
we've
the
got much
main
choice.
road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
If you want to gather specific herb, could use information about the Griffin. Let's use some information.
Need more information about this Griffin. Its sex, why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know. I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislov. He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood. Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
Okay, we've got to gather a specific herb as well.
I'll need bait. A specific herb. Buckthorn. Scent should lure the Griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this. But I am not yet fluent in the common tongue.
Mm-hmm. Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Okay, that's all the information we can get out of him. We need to go and do a few things, and then we can take on this Griffin.
Tomira and Mislov. Thanks.
Es sunt jakten.
Okay. Your current quest has more than one objective you can choose, which is tracked by pressing R3. Okay. Herbalist may be the first one we should go to be fair. Speak to the quartermaster.
Don't know any.
So, out for
We'll see if he's got anything we can take, we can have, that we're going to
counting
need.
the Emperor's swords to lull you to sleep? Well, in the army, we've a place for nosy ramblers. The scaffold.
And thick-skulled quartermasters. They got a place.
You're clearly skilled at banter. And haggling? You got a knack for that as well?
Craft something for me. Let me see what you've got. Let's have a look.
Show me what you're peddling.
Okay, so we can get a better sword. A better silver sword right now. We could need a higher level for some of these weapons. We can get a better steel sword as well. We can afford both by the looks of things. But we can also get diagrams, crafting diagrams. we aren't high enough level for a lot of them. I wonder if it is worth buying the better swords now. Just so we've got them really more than anything else. Combat hasn't exactly been simple straight away, so if we compare that, so it does 10 more damage and it gives us a critical hit damage bonus of 8% as well. I think, how much did it cost? I didn't see the cost. 261. We can't actually afford the weapons. I thought we could, but we can't. Crafting. So what can he craft for us? Obviously you need the components, but this is everything that he can craft. Tells you what's needed to craft them. And the price it'll be. We can dismantle certain things as well. And then we can go to our junk. And our formulas. So lots of things to remember and try and think about. We can also repair our weapons. It will cost us money, but we can repair our weapons and armor. Remove, upgrade, and dismantle. Okay, how's my ride around camp? Let's learn a little bit more about the camp.
Around here? You boys think you can win this thing?
Ah, a spy after.
We know he can't craft it,
Or
so there's no
want
point
to
asking
stir
that.
trouble.
Neither. Just curious.
Right. Well, tell anyone who cares we will win this war, because Radovid is mad, as everyone knows, and we've an extraordinarily well-drilled and well-supplied army. Incidentally, did you wish to buy something?
No. No thank you. We're all good. We can't afford it.
So long.
Okay, I think we should probably head to the herbalist first, would be my thinking. We'll use the whetstones, we've enhanced our items. I don't know how many. I'm assuming we're going to need those at some point, which is why I'm picking up the flowers. Let's leave. In fact, let's look at the world map. See where we're heading. So, if we zoom out. 2 missions on the go. One is there. And one is there. Well, I think we should head to the herbalist first, since that's just there, to be fair. I don't want a custom marker. So I think we can change our current mission. There. So we'll head to the herbalist first. As the herbalist is closer, so we'll head there first then. I don't think we can fast travel, can we? I think no. There's no point fast travelling to where the herbalist is. So we're going to ride Roach again. I'm going the complete.
Not so fast, Roach.
Actually wants us to go the other way.
Faster.
Okay, we'll go the other way. There will be a lot more contracts and things sharp over time. There'll be lots more to do away from the main story as well. Okay, let's head to the herbalist. So far, I think I'm the one that's causing the issue with combat. I think I'm pretty bad at it currently. Hopefully, we'll get into the swing of it as quickly as we can. You know, the cracking of the branches around us in the wind as well. Right, so we'll just... Probably shouldn't have just ran through them like that.
Hey there.
They're not coming after me, so it's a bonus. Right, I thought they were coming after me for a second. So I was getting ready to have to fight if we had to.
Slow now.
Oh, someone wants help. Who's this guy? He is a merchant. What does he need help with?
What happened?
Monsters! Monsters from the swamp! Folks said the road was fraught with peril, but I wouldn't listen. Got my comeuppance now.
Less moaning, more details. What happened, and how can I help? And remember, I don't work for free. Witcher's code and all.
Well, was on my way to the Black Ones to trade. Suddenly my horse got spooked, ran clear off the road. We hit a bump, I went flying and the horse and cart rolled on. Then I heard bubbling, neighing, slurping. Something came out from the muck, devoured Asher, hooves and all. No doubt my goods are still on the cart, but I'm too afeard to go.
Whatever it
and see.
was that came out is probably a little bit too difficult for us at this
I'm
point.
most concerned about a little box. Bring it to me.
He wants us to retrieve a little box. I'll find your box. We're not doing it straight away, but at least the mission's there. We can go and do it whenever we've got a chance. Yeah. When one of your quests updated, a notification will appear on your left side of the screen. Okay, so Precious Cargo is now a new quest. It is in our log. We can come and do it whenever we're ready. I think it is better to pick up as many quests as you can when you can, because at least then you have them in your inventory ready to do when you're nearby. Okay, let's still head to the herbalist. So I'm just seeing those bodies, I think, there. You can tell it's a bit of a war-torn land at the minute, can't you? With damaged things by the side of the road, the burnt out houses. Okay. So herbalist is just here. Now let's hope that it's a nice herbalist. I need to hold the circle button, not just press it. Gather some rib leaf. Anything else? Molly arrow, rib leaf. Can we loot? I take it we're not stealing if we loot from there. I'm always concerned about stealing. Okay, this is the herbalist.
Bad time.
Not at all. Hand me the beggar tickets. The red bloom. Well, well, one versed in herbs.
Probably saying too much, but I know a bit. For instance, that beggar tick's poisonous.
In large doses. Small ones soothe pain and bring forth pleasant dreams. Which is all I can hope to do for her.
Griffin do that?
Griffin do that to her?
Delina. Yes. Attacked her at night. She was walking in the woods.
At night? Through the woods? In wartime?
Meeting a boy. The young, you know, do foolish things for love. Wounds are healing, but she will die. Blood's pooling in her skull. Nothing my bruise can do to help.
I could try and help her. I don't know how we... Can we help her? I don't know. Let's try that one.
Could try to help her with one of my potions. Swallow can heal internal hemorrhages.
But?
Witcher's potions aren't for humans.
She'll die as it is.
Yes. A peaceful death soothed by your concoctions. If I give her Swallow and something goes wrong, the whole village will hear her screams.
I understand. Do as you will.
Okay, we're looking for buckthorn, as we need that to take on the Griffin.
Looking for buckthorn. Know if it grows anywhere around here?
Bottom of the river, where the channel's widest. But you do know that once out of the water...
It'll stink worse than a week-old carcass. Counting on it. I'm hunting the Griffin. Need the buckthorn for bait.
I was thinking... A few years ago, we had trouble, drowners under the bridge. The whole village had to pitch in for a witcher. Who now can afford the bounty on a griffin's head?
Captain Peter Sars, something.
Ah, good to know the Black One's looking out for our welfare.
Captain Peter actually does. Nilfgaard values order. Nilfgaard
values one thing. Order. Griffin's disturbing that. It's gotta go.
Yes. First they'll tend to the monsters, then to the folk.
Not from here, are you? A lot of bitterness in you. Too much for someone who spent her life in a hut in the middle of nowhere.
True. And you're in a hurry. Elsewise you'd not use bait, just wait for the Griffin to attack again.
Believe we could have an interesting conversation.
Maybe next time.
There we go. So we need to find this buckthorn. She did reckon it wasn't too far, I think. So we can head back and talk to her any time, as she is someone that I think will sell us things if we need them. Ingredients. Potions. Right, buckthorn is what we're after. Actually, just control the horse. So we're heading in that first before heading to the site. The other bit of the mission where the hunter found the bodies. Actually, this one has got the wrong one selected. There we go. It wasn't actually telling me where it was. We're heading towards the other guy. Let's have a look on the map. So that's where we need to go for the buckthorn. So we might as well head there first, I think. It's not showing us a way to get there, so I think cross country it is. Gonna head to the water and see if we can find it. Can we swim in this? I can't remember if we can swim or not. It's been such a long time. We are going to need to use a witcher sense to find it as well, I think. I don't think it's in this bit. Let's have a look at the map again. So it is in this river. Can we swim is the question. I'm about to find out, I suppose. Okay, we can hold X. We can dive down as well. So I'm assuming that's what we're after. Whether anything underwater can hurt us, I don't know. About to find out. We have got a meter for our breathing. That's something to keep an eye on. Obviously, we don't want to drown. I thought I saw a box down here, but I could be wrong. I think that is everything picked up, isn't it? Is there anything in this barrel? No. I think that is everything. So we now know we can swim, we can go underwater. But we've got what we need for the Griffin. We've still got another 20 minutes left, so hopefully we can fight this Griffin before we finish today. Quite good to actually get a decent fight in. Right, back to Roach. I am finding the controls on the PlayStation 5 controller a bit iffy. Directions and things aren't quite what I want sometimes. There's another mission to pick up there. We'll come back. We can get the Griffin done today. That's, I think, a decent start. As I say, this will now be a weekly Saturday evening stream. That's my plan at the minute. Obviously, there may be some Saturdays we can't do.
Kings do the fighting.
But I'd like to be able to, you know, continue this. If it's only 2-hour streams, it will take us a while to get it all done. But at the same time, we should just have a nice, relaxed playthrough, if anything. Right, which is the Hunter's house. Let's knock on the door.
Home? Must be out hunting.
Okay. We're gonna find. Can we see his footprints? We can.
Trail's fresh. Mislav just left home.
Okay. We're gonna leave Roach here for a minute because obviously we've got to see where he's gone. Hunter is out hunting by the looks of things. The Witcher's sense does show up footprints, which is bonus, and that should be him.
You, Mislav?
Hear that?
Something's here.
Wolves? No. Wild dogs.
Yes. More dangerous than wolves.
More dangerous than wolves? Come on.
Dogs more dangerous than wolves? Don't think so.
It's the truth. Know why?
No, but I guess you're about to tell me.
Wolves hunt to fill their bellies. Wild dogs kill for sport.
Just like humans.
Aye. They've learned much from us. Why not cruelty too?
I'm hunting bigger game. The Nilfgaardians the Griffin killed. Where'd you find them?
Ah, I see. You a witcher. That monster slayer they's talking about in the village.
Might be us.
I'll show you, sure. But, I gotta kill those mutts before they hurt someone. Will you help? That is, if you don't mind blunting your silver blades on them.
Why not? Might as well. We'll help him.
It's not going anywhere.
No. Dogs might, though.
so step carefully.
We might get some more resources as well, so it's worth having a look and doing it.
For a while now.
Since the war started, soldier on the march, he'll stop to rape a woman, strangle her, kill her man for a chuckle, even butcher a cow. But a dog, a kick in passing, no more. So these stray mutts form packs. They're gaunt, guts stuck to their spines, covered in scabies, but they just won't die, because they're clever. Too late. Attacked another one.
Wild dogs are incoming. They're big old wild dogs. To be fair, aren't they? Is that all of them? There is still another one there. One of the bodies are here though, and he's using arrows. Let's just grab the meat off them. That was a rabbit got killed in the crossfire there. Right, he is using arrows against whoever this one is. Oh, he's taken it out. Perfect. Saved us a job of taking him out. He did it for us with his boat. Definitely did a number on the guy.
You know him?
We served at the Lord's Manor together, where the Black Army's encamped now. He was a stable hand, I was the Lord's hunter. But that was before... well, a long time ago.
Before what?
Before what?
Before they drove me from the village.
What did you do?
Nothing. I'm a freak. Sorry. I'd rather not talk about it.
I'm a freak too.
I'm a freak too.
Aye, but of another kind.
If it's lycanthropy, I can help.
What?
Lycanthropy. Werewolves. Handled a few cases in the past. It's usually a simple curse that...
The Lord's son, Florian, and I... we loved each other. Dieter walked in on us in the stables. They drove me away. Florian hanged himself.
Oh wow, okay.
Lord started drinking, and the estate fell
That's
into
why
ruin.
they drove him out then.
That's the long and short of it.
There was Geralt saying that he, you know, if he's a werewolf, we could help. But he wasn't. It wasn't the reason.
I'm sorry.
Ancient history now. I was to show you where I found the Nilfgaardians. Come.
Okay.
Griffin,
where we going?
Oh, not much. Not my kind of game.
You're his kind, though. Survival instincts alone ought to make you care.
I walk silent through the woods. No Griffin can hear me nor spy me.
I don't think he walks that silently, to be fair. We're fine about the horse in a minute, because he's not riding a horse anyway. We might as well stay on foot with him. Okay, how far have we got to go? That's the question. I think we're here. There's blood on the floor there.
'Twas here. One lay there, by the stump, headless. The other hung from a branch, guts splayed, stretching down to... Watch out for yourself now.
I'll be fine.
I'll be fine. Not the first Griffin I've dealt with.
For us, it's the first one, to be honest. But you know,
Hope you're right.
we do need. We'll check the bestiary before we really go for it. Okay, let's first examine the site.
Nilfgaardians were celebrating. Griffin interrupted them.
Okay, what's this over here?
Ground's black, saturated with blood.
I can hear something. I can hear something growling. Okay, is there anything else we've not looked at here? The fire, I think.
A camp.
Anything else? It does show up things that are making noises in the woods as well. I think that's everything here. Can't see anything else. Unless it's something I've missed. Normally it's something that's shining. I think I've gone... Oh, what's that? That's just a signpost, isn't it? Yeah, we've gone out there. So there's something in this circle we need to find. Can't see anything though. Just double check I've not missed anything that's simple straight here. Don't think I have. I'm missing something, aren't I? I'm not too sure what it is. Oh, there. Tracks. Surprised we didn't see them sooner.
And deeper. Heavily armored. Nilfgaardians, probably.
So, does that mean someone managed to get away then? There's a broken bridge here. There's a few chests in there, so we'll have a look at those. Bread and orange. Orange and money. And some linen. Is that everything? Yes. And there's still footsteps, so we'll follow the footsteps. Footsteps are still here. I think someone got away. That's the way it seems. I think he went up the rocks. Yep, tracks are still here. I think he's gone up again by the looks of that. Then we've got to jump the gap. There we go. There's his footstep. So he did come this way. What's that on there? Oh, it's a nest. So I think we can use the nest for it to our advantage. Draco, good evening, how are you? Here in news, yes. So season 3, Henry Cavill will be The Witcher. Season 4 is changing, isn't it?
Griffin's nest. What remains of it, at least.
Yeah, I've watched all the series so far.
Corpse is a couple of weeks old.
I think...
Still alive.
Think for Lana Fisher ever there was.
Took a long time dying.
I think Henry Cavill played the role so well. Anyone who takes him on, I think he's going to be compared, and I don't think he's going to have much of a chance. I'm hoping he can do it justice, the new guy. But I'm a bit unsure, to be fair. I think a lot of people are. Thanks for the like, with those, much appreciated.
Female. Larvae in her wounds have already hatched. Been dead at least a week. Other Griffin must be a male.
Okay, let's examine the wounds.
Deep cuts over the whole body.
Evening, Al. How are you?
Blood on the beak.
You're going to never accept a new actor.
Defend
Gaming.
herself. Crept up on her while she slept.
This is The Witcher Wild Hunt. It's something we've been meaning to do for a while on the channel. Aussie guy about the news. It's Liam Hemsworth. Yeah, I saw the name. To be fair,
beak tips worn.
He's just fitted the role really well, hasn't he?
12 years old. Griffin's
and obviously someone else coming in when we're already used to him.
Must be about the same age.
They're going to have a hard time, I think. I didn't see why Henry Cavill was stepping away though. I don't know if it's his decision or something else.
Thick shaft, dense barbs. A royal griffin.
Okay, it's a royal griffin we've got to deal with. The male one as well.
The male I ran into was so aggressive.
10 minutes and gave up. Oh really?
Here in the forest first.
I played it many years ago. I don't remember too much about it now. And we have leveled up for the first time. So now we can pick our first skills. When you've gained a certain number of experience points, you advance to the next level. Okay. See ability points. We can use them to get new ones or make our ones better. Okay, what do we want? Muscle memory, fast attack damage increased by 5%. Strong attack. No point getting the arrows yet because we haven't got a ranged weapon currently. I think we'll go for the light attack currently. There we go. Must first activate. We've got to place in our ability slot, our ability bit over here to the right. So we can, that first one can go in. So now we've got muscle memory in there. These are always active, so they don't need movement. Any other ones we gain now need moving across, so we can use them. It's about he's also a huge fan of the series. Yes, he is, isn't he? He's quite a bit of a gamer, isn't he, as well? Thanks for the right, much appreciated whoever that was. Saying assurance didn't take like the books, games. Maybe, yeah, I think they have taken in a slightly different direction, but it does mean the story is fresh to a degree as well. He announced, yeah, this is what we're saying, he announced he was finished with it, which is a shame, really. Preparing for combat, never underestimate your opponent. This rule is at the core of the Witcher's code and for good reason. Proper preparation has saved many a Witcher's life. Likewise, worth the while to brew potions, concoct oils, or visit craftsmen when engaged in combat. If you expect to battle a strong opponent, you might want to complete some side quests before attacking to allow you to gain experience and develop your character to give you a better chance of winning the fight. Well, we do need to go back and speak to Vesemir. I don't think there's anything else to see here. I know there's a plant to pick up. Can we... Oh, it's loot the nest.
Burned. Only a human could
So a
do
human set fire to the nest, killed the female while it slept. The male is now rampaging, which is why we've been asked to deal with it. Okay. So Vesemir is all the way back over here again. We can fast travel. No, we need to better signpost ourselves to fast travel, don't we? We have got one over here, to be fair. So if we head back to Broken Bridge, that will give us the fast travel that we can then use to get back to Vesemir quicker. I was hoping we'd get this Griffin done this evening, but we are running out of time, so I'm not too sure how much more will get done. But we'll try. I thought facing a Griffin would be quite cool for the first stream. Okay, signpost is here, which means we can now fast travel back to where Vesemir is. Just over here. Would rather he be Superman. To be fair, he's played a few roles amazingly. Superman being another one that he's done really well with. Yeah, it's always a shame though when he's established himself as a character then lose him. It's a great Superman, but I love The Witcher. That is going to be a shame he's going to be gone. It depends how much the new guy will look like him once they've done it all. That's the other thing, isn't it?
Yes? What is it?
If he doesn't look similar, that's a bigger issue. Been on the path for a year and a half now.
Realize it's been half a year since we hunted down that fiend in Varun.
Yes. Well, that was more than a fiend. What was that bastard's name? Drugan? May the soil lie light upon him. Things used to be simpler. Monsters were bad, humans good. Now, everything's all confused.
Used to be exactly the same. You've just forgotten.
Okay, we are rapidly running out of time.
Right up my age. You're near a century old yourself.
I wonder if we should... I don't want to get to the point of we have to do the Griffin and it's going to be too late. I think we're probably better off saying see you and then that's it for tonight. We're nearly, well, over 2 hours anyway. We can have a chat before we finish as well. I just don't want to get into the mission and not be able to finish it, as I think that'd be a shame. I was hoping to get the Griffin done. But I don't know how much more talking's involved before we actually get to the Griffin, that's the thing. But yeah, it's already been 2 hours already. It's flown by, I will say that. But we've managed to start The Witcher. We've had a decent start to the story as well, which is important. And played The Witcher 3. Exactly, he played the game itself, didn't he? I enjoyed the last season. Season 3, I don't know when that's due out, to be fair. It can't be that long, hopefully. Especially if they're just announced they're doing a season 4. Patrick, thank you all very much. Much appreciated you stopping by and saying hello. Find difficulty attached to an act in a familiar role. Hashtag 2. So that time jump where they jump from the younger people to the older, I think they set it up really well though, so it wasn't as big a deal to jump as I thought it was going to be. I think they did prepare you for it quite well, which I think definitely helped. Try to catch an extra 2. Thank you very much, Draka. Very much appreciated. But that is it for tonight. As I say, scheduled video is out tomorrow, 1 PM GMT. We've got Gotham Knights in the morning streams this week. Some Miles Morales New Game Plus, so we can try and get the Platinum done. For Miles Morales, that'll be a couple of evenings this week. There's Genshin. And then next Saturday, there'll be The Witcher. So every Saturday now, going forward, 2 hours, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And we'll see how far we can get with it. It may have been a bit slow, and I apologise if this evening stream has been a little bit slow getting going. But because we haven't played this in many years, I want to do the tutorials just so we get to grips with it. It will only get better with a lot more action going forward. Especially once we start taking contracts and things. So yes, it was a little bit story focused tonight, but it will get more action as we go. So next Saturday we will fight the Griffin, I assume. On the Slappers there. Lisa, thank you very much, join us. Hope you have a good week, and we'll see you soon, hopefully. But yeah, that is it for tonight. As I say, our next live stream is Monday morning. Gotham Knights, we continue on with the story there as well. And we're back next Saturday with more Witcher. And that's it. Look out for the scheduled video tomorrow, 1 PM GMT. There is also going to be a community post as well. Once Gotham Knights is finished, whatever is leading the community post vote is the game we'll play next, live stream, for our weekday streams. Currently it's God of War, so that's what we're doing, unless that changes before we finish Knights of the Gotham Knights morning stream. So if you haven't voted, have a look at the options and let us know what you think. But that game whatever wins will come after Gotham Knights is finished, whenever that may be. So thank you all very much. Thank you always for the likes, the views, the comments and the conversation. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and we'll see you soon. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.